Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine. I'm Catherine, and it's time for the next challenge in my 101 Scrapbooking Ideas and Sketches book. We are going to be working with the sketch on page 51 in our books with the Denim Revival collection. And I will link the original blog post in the description box below this video if you want to see how to do their version of the sketch as well. The blog has all the instructions for that, and I'm going to show you my interpretation. So let's get to it. Here's the sketch on page 51. I'm going to hold it closer just in case you all would like a screenshot of the mat sizes I'm going to be using. And I did cut 2 of my border maker cartridges, the mirrored scallop chain and the floral peaks, and I will show you those in a moment. Well, I said the wrong thing. Floral Peaks is not a border maker cartridge. It's one of our decorative border punches. So I did use this one as well as our mirrored scallop chain border maker cartridge. And you do need the border maker system to use the border maker cartridges, but I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So if you don't have one, you can shop with my link in the description box below this video. I am a Creative Memories advisor and would love your business. For this layout, we're going to be using navy cardstock on both sides of our layout. I punched our floral peak and our mirrored scallop chain from the same paper. It's the one that has the very light tan on one side and the light wash denim on the other. We're going to use the tan side up for the floral peak and the denim wash side up for our mirrored scallop chain. I also did use the cork or leather page as well for one of our photo mats. It has the really, really light wash denim on the back side of it. So that's that for our pages. I'm going to go ahead and start sticking things down. I'll show you the mats in just a minute. I did use 4 of our 4.5 by 6.5 mats, our larger mats from our mat pack. That's something else I love, are our mats. They are just so handy to use on our pages. Makes it so easy. You don't have to do any cutting. You just pop them on the page and throw your photos on, and it makes for a quick and easy page. I am using my repositionable tape on my borders so that way you don't see the tape through them. I am going to line this one up with the straight line here. So you'll see our top part of our mirrored scallop chain above, so with just the blue cardstock behind it, and you'll see the bottom with the light khaki behind it. There we go. I'll hold that up for you all. Put this one over here a minute so that way you can see where I placed that. So you can see the navy behind the top and the light wash or the light khaki behind the bottom. There we go. Got it to focus and everything. Sometimes technical things are fantastic and sometimes they give you more headaches, I think. Now I want to place my top one an 1.5 inches down where my top bump is going to go. There we go. Across our page. I'm just using my border silicone mat for that. You can use your 0 centering ruler or your 13 by 13 cutting mat if those are what you have. Oops. And I pulled out a lot of stickers for this layout as well. So you'll see that in just a moment. All right, we have a lot of mats with denim pockets on them. So I have a dark wash and a light wash. This has the rust color and a medium wash, I guess, on the back side of it. We're going to get these placed down first at the edges of our page. Here, kind of centered. You can, again, like I said, pull out your zero centering ruler if you want it to be perfect. I'm going to eyeball it today. And I am lining them up with the pockets in the same direction, or the little, belt strip. And this one is going to go right in the center. And again, I'm going to use the foam tape to get this one up on here, so that way it's not in the way of our other photos. Even though we have the larger mats and our photos will be inside of it, I just want to ensure that we don't have any interference from our middle photo here. So let's do this here, and one more running through the photo mat here. And just center it as best as you can. Eyeballing it. Again, like I said, you can get your zero centering ruler out as well, but with the way I put my tape, you can see where I can easily get underneath to get these two photos down. And let's add some stickers. I'm going to create a pattern with several of our larger, I guess they're floral accent stickers here. And with these, I want to add the button to them because the larger ones didn't have the button in the center and the smaller ones did. And I just thought it seemed like it was missing a little something on the ones that didn't have it. So I'm going to add our stars circle here to this one. And I think I've got a silver one to go on this one. It just adding that extra detail, I think it makes a difference on our pages. I know I need to space this out a little bit. Let me lightly put that there. I'm not going to stick it down just yet because I want to make sure I get these lined up where I want them. Okay, let's see here. That looks pretty good. Bring this one maybe down. Oh, there we go. Down and over just a hair. Because you want them kind of even. That doesn't have to be perfect unless you want it to be perfect. And then you can measure. I think, pretty good with the placement there. So this one I just used one of the smaller silver buttons. There's a ton of buttons and a ton of flowers on the sticker set. And I've also pulled out our It's the Little Things. For the bottom here, I'm going to pop this one up. Grab a couple of our, well, maybe just one of our larger foam squares will do it. I think so. And then I grabbed some buttons to add to this one as well because we have those buttons running through our mats. So why not, you see here, why not repeat it up here and here? And that adds a little extra continuity to our page as well. So this one's going here. We're going to repeat our pattern that we have on our page already here. There you go. Left side of our page is done. Now let's go ahead and move into the right side and get that one done. Pulling in my navy cardstock again, we have our borders again that we'll put down first. And this one, I think a lot of people maybe use the floral peaks go in this direction, but I just thought it looked like, you know how some of those blue jeans had lace on them? I don't know if that was in the like the 90s, maybe. Am I dating myself? Maybe. Um, but I just thought, that this just really, I don't know, spoke to me. Both of these borders did with this collection. I just really thought they complemented things nicely. And so I am going to place this one again with the, oops, down a little, just the top line running along the line of our Floral Peaks border as well. I got this one down a little crooked. That happens sometimes. I think it happens to all of us from time to time, right? Tell me I'm not the only one. It goes crooked from time to time on a page. It does happen. I know it does. All right, and this one is going at 1.5 inches again with the top of our bump lined up at the 1.5 inch up here, going across our page. There we go. All right. I'm excited about I don't know, this collection is kind of fun. And let's make sure I get my mats going on the same place. I have 2 more, another light wash and another dark wash from our larger mats. And these have a dark and a light wash on the back again. So it's, with the Denim Revival, it's a lot of denim mats, embellishments, everything else. So let's make sure I get my pocket going on in the same direction as on the other side. And I am going to bring in my other page so I can make sure I'm getting things lined up nicely, just to please the eye here. With the other one, it kind of measured out. My punches should be about right. Yep. And then this one is going to go right about here. Okay. Against the edge. And then this other one's going to go against the edge. Move this out of the way so I can work again. And there was one, which one did I do? The Welcome Baby, where I had both of the pages on the same, trying to do the right side, and it just took up a lot of space. Okay. Here we go. And now we're going to go ahead and grab the foam tape again for this one. Oops. All right. And so the mats were the 4.5 by 6.5. This one is a 4 by 6 from that kind of leathered or cork brown page that had the really light denim wash on it. Make sure I mention that again for you all. All right, that looks pretty well centered. And again, we can get our photo underneath that. And finally, I do have some more of those stickers from our sticker pack with the floral look to them to go across the top of our page here. And this was inspired by the sketch. And I'll show you again because they have kind of a lot going on. And I think sometimes I do try to stick a little closer to the sketches than other times, I guess. It just seems where I get inspired and where I think that the layout goes with the collection I'm working with at the time, because I want to give you all different ideas for these sketches that aren't just the collection that was used, to show different things you can do with them. And you don't have to use Denim Revival. You can use a different collection as well. Use what you have on hand if you want. If you want Denim Revival, because it's really a nice collection, make sure you get that one as well then. And here's another one of those kind of buttons that I used like what was on our sticker on the other side. So there's some that kind of like have this more brassy look to it. There's some that have this, I don't know, what is it, brushed nickel maybe look to it. And so there we go. Again, adding those centers to those other ones, make it match our other stickers a little bit better. Okay, here's the right side of our page done. There you go. Bring in the left side again so you can see them both together, how it's going to look in our album. And we're going to get 6 photos on this one. It's up to you if you want to add a journal box here. You could easily cut part of one of your index sheets to do that as well, because just like we have the little sticker here. And that was that for our sketch. And you can see here, so this one they had the circles going across the top and they had these ducks on the bottom, and it was a lot. They have a lot of borders, they have a lot of things going on. And then they also used the smaller photos, and I wanted to add, so they had 3 small ones and I did 3 larger photos on my page, but I did run the borders through the top and the bottom with the double border here instead of doing a second layer of buttons or stickers or anything. I just thought this worked. And like I said, this kind of reminds me of jeans down here. Maybe it's not the current fashion, but it still reminds me of jeans. It just spoke to me. And then up here using the stickers, but adding our extra little flourish to make sure it works cohesively. All right, let's make a card. One of the things I'm challenging myself with this sketchbook challenge is to make a card with each one of my challenges, whether it's using up scraps from our layout or based on the layout. And I do kind of have a little bit of both going on with this one. I pulled out one of our blank cards from our card kit. This is a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card, our standard A2 card. And then I pulled from both of our designer papers that we used on the page. This one has the super light denim wash, and this one has, I guess, more of a medium wash on it, but it's the very tan khaki and the cork or leathered look. We're going to layer these 2. The base is 4 1/4 by 5.5 out of that very light tan khaki paper. Reinforce my edges here so that way when somebody gets this card, it's not going to wear down or flop at all. Okay. This one is exact, so let's go ahead and use gravity to help us out a little bit. Putting that down. Okay. And then we're going to layer on our leathered piece here, and this one is 4 inches by 4 1/4. Oh, I thought my tape runner had run out for a second there. It didn't. We are good. So we're going to center this one on here. And then in our sticker set, I found this Legendary and Adventures, and I just thought the colors are perfect. It just works. This is going to be a fun all-purpose card or all-occasion card to send to a friend. I'm going to pop up. I had one more of those star stickers and a kind of a red coppery button that worked with it. We're going to go ahead and put this on a foam square. Well, no, let's not put it on a foam square. Yes, we can, because I have one of our pockets from our embellishment pack. And that's going to pop up our card a little bit anyways. You're probably going to need extra postage for this one, or just hand it to somebody. So this is going here in the middle. So kind of speaking to our card. And then we're going to place this inside. This actually, I know what I thought of this card for. Because I have a graduate, I thought this would be a really fun graduation card, because really they're going to go on some legendary adventures on their next step after they graduate. And so this one has this little pocket, and you can put a gift card in it. I'm going to go ahead and stick it down inside my card here. And this was in our embellishment pack that came with this collection. And I just thought, those graduates, they need money. or when they get out and head out to college or whatever they're going to be doing. And so there you go. Send them on some legendary adventures, include a little gift card, write your sentiment, and I'm sure they would love it. Non-traditional graduation card, but still worthy of any recipient. Or it could just be an all occasion card or even a birthday card. Basically anything. Just thought it just works. And maybe you wouldn't have thought of the Denim Revival collection for a fun birthday or graduation card. But there you go. All right, that is it. Hit the thumbs up if you like what I've done with this collection. Until next time.